A lament for the earth. These musicians are refugees living in Glasgow. Their songs tonight are for COP26, highlighting the impact of climate change on refugees.
In our country, a lot of rivers, a lot of lands, farming lands are so dry. Too many animals are dying. I don't feel good about human being,
Scientists predict that at least 1.2 billion people could be displaced by climate-related events by 2050.
The problem is, when there's climate change and conflict, the ability of families to cope is that much less. 30 million people this last year due to extreme weather-related disasters. And the problem, of course, is the changing climate.
This is what's at stake at COP26, the battle against the increasing consequences of a warming planet, which are being felt globally. There have been incidents of flooding in southern and central Scotland this week, with people displaced from their homes. In July, this entire street in Edinburgh also fell victim to flash flooding, causing thousands of pounds worth of damage. Many local businesses and homes on this street were impacted by this one incident. If we don't tackle climate change, scientists warn that we could see more incidents of flooding here in Scotland in the years ahead. Coastal areas are particularly vulnerable. Sea levels had risen by 8 centimetres from 1900 to 1990 and are expected to rise by the same level by 2030. The
world is still hurtling towards climate catastrophe. What we really need to see is rich nations who've caused the problem of the climate crisis, reducing their emissions, getting them down to as close to zero as possible over the course of the next decade. It also means those wealthy nations who have got rich off the back of causing climate pollution paying their carbon debt.
That means we need world leaders to agree to a clear route map forward, an agreement to work together to reduce our reliance on fossil fuels, protect people and nature, and to pledge at least $100 billion in climate finance per year to the most vulnerable. If they agree to all this, then 2 weeks from now, COP26 may have a chance at being called a success. Laura Piper, STV News.